back to the base. Let's see where we left off. We wrapped up quite a bit of the project. We actually okay. So I guess we do have. Okay, maybe I should go back. Yes, he did. He did. I declined for now, just because it's hard enough for me to be able to get enough time to do like recording with Scotty. So it's hard for me to like. If it's not during the day or like early morning, which is obviously not really going to work out too well for a lot of stuff, then it's hard to do. What's this? We're gonna need some of this for. I'm gonna grab some of the blocks that I've gotten. But anyways, it's hard to get like me time basically. So. And what I don't know is what blocks they require. So I'm just gonna kind of grab both. And then I'll because I need to still get, oh, I have a bunch of stuff in there. Ooh. What about in this one? Okay, that's not gonna work. Got it? Are you still here? Where are you right now? Oh, you're right here. Completely understand. Yeah. I mean, so he said, you know, at some point, if that changes, then I can. Oh, sorry. Here. Maybe it's a bad spot to put this. He said if that changes, then I can. Then I could join. So I guess I have less space than I thought I did. So let's put some of this stuff back. Okay. And then these guys going to here. Maybe I'll come back when I have more space. Boop. I am interested to see how the I am oh, that's not. Okay. I probably have a sword somewhere. What did I do with my sword? Nope, found it. Okay. Anyway. So, I would like to at some point. I mean, growing up, I played D&D a lot. When I go to some cons, I play D&D. But I haven't recently. And it's hard for me to find time to, like, oh, don't stand there, to, like, you know, do my own thing, I guess. So, I've, you know, basically, so I'm able to stream on Sundays, with Scotty, because that's when it works for him, but then also that's kind of a better time for me because it's when my wife goes to work on some stuff. So Saturday is almost like the whole day on Saturday is usually taken up by like shopping and everything else. So anyway, all right, let's review where we left off. Really, that'd be interesting. Oh, look, there's some slimes right there. Let's watch them kill themselves. Unfortunately, that corner that he's choosing to go into is not as good because it's hard to fall in. But yeah, oh, you almost made it. There's a ledge. That sucks. Interesting. Yeah, he happened to walk along that ledge. I didn't think about that when I was designing this thing. And that one he can't even get into. What a jerk. Are you following that one now? Make it right. Oh, you gonna no. Well, such things. I could potentially. I mean, he's going to eventually go in, or not. I mean, some of them will sometimes go in. I think when we first got here, there was some death happening there, so that leads me to believe that there's already one that had just died right there. But they don't go in there very often, so it's not a very high performance slime farm. Will you happen to? Yes. Okay, great. See, there it goes. Just cut right to here. This is where I'll start the episode. So then it takes a while for this big one to die, but then the other ones die a bit quicker, and then they all die. There we go. Amazing. Yeah. Okay, great. And then I have that one I built in the last stream. So now that one looks the same. It doesn't function at all, but it looks the same. I also remember, I think that one of these things had, unless I finished it, one of these paths I think had, oh yeah, this one right here. This one is missing its lights. Welcome, JJ Bonzig! We're working on the Team Guest Patron server, because today's Patron Tuesday, and you guys wanted me to be on here. So that is where I am. And that torch on the side of that building needs to go away. Solved. I have a meeting in a few. Just want to check in. All right, cool. Yeah. So yeah, basically I removed the beacons. My plan is that I'm actually going to relocate the beacons to Basketopia. So they're not going to be in here. Because I don't need to, there's nothing else I need to really do with beacons in here. So I removed the beacons. I finished the bottom platforms. And all that's all set up. I've styled, not there. Let's see. So I've styled these to look a little bit better. So it's a little bit cleaner. And the bottom parts are all functioning. There's a teleporter thing there, so you can, if you wanted to send stuff here to be like dropped off, you can send it through the Nether, and then it'll arrive here. People have to load chunks and whatever, but it'll pull in there and go up the item elevator. So that's all set up. We need to just do a little bit of cleanup on some of the stuff, and then build the other two platforms. Copy those designs over. Would you object to special lighting on the walls? Maybe. What? What? Could you be more specific? Oh, God, I almost fell. Special lighting on the walls. I mean, it probably would look fine, but I don't know what you mean. Tell me more. I think that JJ Bionic has already done done the lighting throughout the whole thing. So that's already done. I guess one thing I do still need to decide are these railings. I have some of them put in, but like there it looks weird because there's not a lot of space for them to actually go. So I might not have any railings, at least for some of the spots. Might take them out. Like I'll keep the inside ones because they can actually stay the whole way. But like I don't really like this as much. Let's make it rid of those. But what we can do, we're gonna go up top, and we're going to, I don't know, either just the outer wall could be cleaned up and have some dim lighting, perhaps magma blocks placed creatively. Yeah, it is not a an OSHA compliant base. There's gonna be very few up here on this level. I could keep these in because this is actually going to be like a consistent going all the way around once these chests are gone. But on the other ones where there's like different layers coming in here, like I don't like that little amount of railing involved, so I might not have any railings on the outside. Just don't fall. Possibly if you could propose like a demo of what you're considering, John, then I can take a look. My guess is probably yes, that's probably fine, but I'm not sure. All right, one thing I want to fix is that. So if you notice, all the other ones don't go all the way up to the top. Okay, well some of them go up to the top. What does this one do? Okay, so 2 of them go up to the top. The other ones don't. So what we want to do is we want to make that consistent. So let's get down into here and see how tall this is. So 1, 2, 3. So it's only 3 here. Which actually I might want to do one more, because you're going into it from this direction. So I'm gonna take out 2 of these, with one layer. We'll see if it pours in. Okay, so it was fine. Good. Is this not Silk Touch? That's not. Oh, okay. Silk Touch. So we're gonna make it before high, make the other ones match, and then clean up the water if it happens to pour in a weird way. So we're going to start. I think I'm going to start from the top, but I'll just want to make sure that so 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where it's going to stop. But I don't want to put that. I want to build it from top down, because I think that there'll be less stupidness going on if I do that. Oh, I recently have signed up for Audible. You might, I don't know. I'm assuming you like that, Jujubunzu. Audiobooks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's kind of competing against libraries, but I don't read except for the text on the screen every now and then. So that I'm actually listening to an audiobook is pretty cool. So right now I'm listening to Ready Player One, which I'm really enjoying. It was hard to put it down. Audible is a good thing for, yes. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to put that in there, and we want to fix this water, because this water shouldn't be here, it should be back 1. So let's grab our stuff. But yeah, so it's so the alternative is I just watched YouTube people play Minecraft. So right now I'm listening to Ready Player One. I guess I shouldn't diss people watching people play Minecraft, but and so I figured I'd give it a try, listen to some stuff. Dress in files for the win. The voice actor is great for the main character. What are we talking about? Dresden Files? Is that a reference to oh, it's an Audible? Okay, cool. I will have to consider. My plan is I'm going to do Ready Player One, and then I'm thinking either I'll go to Game of Thrones or I'll go to Lord of the Rings next, and we'll see how easy it is. Like, I'm able to keep track of everything in Ready Player One, but I'm not sure if that'll translate to like Middle Earth or not. We'll see. What did I want? I wanted sponge. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm excited about the possibilities. Yeah, so we also need to fix that guy too. All right, so let's put some of these in, and we'll put the sponge. And I think, I'm trying to remember the range of all this stuff, but that should be good. Yeah, good. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, right, that's my blocks I just put down. Is this gonna be okay? Yes, good. Alright, and I have the sponge. I didn't lose it. Good. Oh, this is also a project we have to work on. We have to adjust these for a way so you can actually tell what's up. I need to also change this to some other way of blocking that or whatever, so that it's less, in the way. All right, sponge. Boop. Awesome. But yeah, so I'm gonna start checking out books. It's like Netflix, but the main thing is like the streaming on Netflix. I've watched like a lot of the things that's available. So now I feel like I've run out. I haven't run out. There's still more stuff, but I've run out a lot of the Netflix only shows and different stuff like that. So I feel like feel like I wanted to get new content, and I know that. Okay, let's get this thing going. So we want 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where it should. Okay. All right. Do. All right, good. Today is an election day for people in the U.S., I think. So that's my understanding. Facebook told me so. I haven't, I don't know if I'll really vote necessarily. I don't really know much about, I don't know if I've ever voted on, I've done a primary before. I don't know if I've ever actually voted for anything besides, like, the presidential elections. Am I a bad person? How often do people vote on the, was this House, Senate? I don't know what the vote is today. How does that work? All right, that's fine. This needs a little bit of work. So is this the right amount? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. But this is wrong on the bottom. Could fix that pretty easy. Not like that. I need to do this like that. Awesome. Okay. So those are fixed up. All uniform. Right? Yep. Good. Okay. So we can put, I guess we can cook these sponges. Is there any wet sponges in here? Yes. Let's cook these up. And let's clean up our inventory. We're going to get some blocks. We're going to start working on some of these other platforms. It's kind of next on our list. So we don't need any of these. We will need some of these. We will eventually need these, but let's do those last. We don't need these. We don't need a lot of torches. Oops. One second. Sorry, I'm gonna respond to work because I forgot to close it. Are you not entertained? Okay, alright, so he'll respond back in a second. But in the meantime, I can collect, so I know we need to find where I put all of, actually we'll need some of these. Where did I put the orange stuff? Because I guess it's probably in here, right? Yes, okay, good. So I have an array of different things. I might need more of this, but for now I think we're okay. Okay, let's start with this. I guess if we have space... Here, let's grab these out of here. Relocate them. Into here. I'm making a mess of these chests. I just realized I can't see chat. Wish there was a way I could sticky a window. Like, on some things you can say, like, always be on top. But you really know how to mess up the chest. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I also don't need hoppers on me right now. There. All this stuff I could most of the stuff I could put into my other chest. It gives you something to do. Yeah. There you go. Okay, that's good for now, I guess. Let's go work on some of the layout for the stuff. For the things. So what we're going to have to do is go back and forth from down there to up here to try to figure out the pattern. I've already done it once recently. So it's going to be in the very middle, it's 3 of those, or it's a 2x2 of those, followed by dark ones, and then it's orange in the corners. We'll remember all that. We'll see. Was it dark? I already forgot. let me make my bar match kind of the pattern. Okay, so it's going to be those, followed by those, followed by those. And it's just two. Okay, got it. And I could build that one at the same time, too. So I think I might do that. So this is the middle, coming this way, and here. So regarding Audible, and so if you want to sign up for a trial, you could go to audible.com/BasketMC. Just kidding. I'm not sponsored. So part of me wants to. I mean, I'm enjoying watching Game of Thrones. So part of me wants to do that, but also I know that it's not done. So part of the the draw of doing like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and stuff is that it's done. Those exist and the storyline is complete. Versus like where the movies are actually ahead, or I guess the show. The show is actually ahead of the books. So I get to a point where the books will all of a sudden just like not have any more story. So I feel like I would be bummed. It's kind of what I'm having. Thank you for the follow. AFK Falcon 16. Or for the host. Sorry. Thank you for the host. I was gonna say that name sounds familiar. I think you followed me before. A raid. Thank you for the raid. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Pyro. There we go. Is that how you pronounce it? Pyro. Thank you for the raid. AFK Falcon. Foul. I'm trying to. How do I parse your raid hashtag? It used to be skip a beat. Right. Okay, that's yes. A me raid. Welcome. let me play you our really awesome raider video. Let me play that for you guys, and I will be right back on the other side of the raid. Yeah, that's the Puka made that for me. Commissioned work. Where's my mouse? There it is. And it's fairly new, so it's probably why I haven't seen it before. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. But thank you very much for the raid. What were you playing? Playing some Minecraft, probably. That's my guess. How did your stream go? Tell me more. I'm surprised that that baby zombie hasn't already walked off a cliff. Single player and then a new server. Cool. Let me make a note. That I'm going to respond back to work after lunch. I can't see what's going on. Close this window. Okay. No. Close this window. Okay. There we go. All right. I can see everything now. Okay. It's cool. A new server. Cool. Yeah. Is it? I'm assuming 1.12. Good to see. Oh no, what happened? There we go. Welcome, Taffy. Welcome. We are copying this design to 2 other platforms. This is the Iron Farm base. If you're not familiar with this base, I can give you a quick tour. Yeah, good to be skipped. Yeah. Okay, so then the next we have this pattern. So let's make that in a bunch of stuff. So it's this surrounded by these. Okay, I'll do that. Woo. So we go this. So this is the main platform that I'm copying from. is a inefficient slime farm. So it just happens to be that it's a slime chunk, and so then I adapted. These boxes here are for hostile mobs to spawn in, and then walk, onto water, and then fall down. So if you look, so like that one there, they'll fall down and die down there, and their drops will go down and go up the item elevator into the sorting system, which is this whole ring of chests inside the water. And then one of these ones, I actually don't know which one's which anymore. One of these ones is actually also in a slime chunk. So slime spawn, this one here. Slime spawn, and generally speaking, they walk on, they jump down onto the magma blocks and kill themselves. And then their drops go into some hopper minecarts that drop down into the water streams that then drop down to the bottom and then go up the item elevator and then go into the storage. So right now I'm just, because this whole base is symmetrical, or at least will be, I'm duplicating the design onto the other platforms, even though they don't actually function as slime farms. But we need to all look the same. And we're also debating audiobooks. What else are we talking about? We're talking about if it's good to, like, people that read Game of Thrones, or I guess read books before there's a full ending, like if it's a whole book series, how do you feel about that? There's not necessarily here you go watch this. Although if he follows me, he's gonna not actually fall into the right spot. So let's go up here, because there's actually not enough space there. So there you go. So you jump down there, and then he's gonna hop around a bit, but he can't get out. He'll die, become a bunch of medium ones. They'll all die, and so on. So how do you feel about, like, I'm having that problem with Netflix, where I've watched, a thing comes out, I really enjoy it, I watch it all the way through, binge watch it, but then it's done, and then I don't have any more, and then in terms of Netflix, I don't have any more for, like, a year or whatever, however, something like that. But then in terms of, like, Game of Thrones, I don't know, if there even will be another one. Like, it's hard to say, because it's up to the author if they actually decide to make any more. So I don't really know what to do. So we're gonna make this pattern here. So our blocks are already sort of in the right pattern. So it's gonna be one of those, two of those, three of those, and then back down to that. So we might need some more dark prismarine. Do we have any on us? Is there any in here? No. All right, maybe we need to make some more dark prismarine, because I'm gonna need. So for these, I'll need 4. So I'll need 16. I'll need 32. So I don't have enough. So let's find out if we have any ink up top. I no longer have a looting sword. I used to have a looting sword, and then I lost all my stuff to slimes. The ink from the storage. Take the ink from the storage if you go make more. Almost 2 stacks. Storage here or storage over there? In the water ring. Ah, good. Okay, let's do that. So let's look at the base. So if we go this way, I think this is the miscellaneous over here. So if you go here. Yes, amazing. Thank you, JJ Bonzu, for your knowledge of my base. Okay, so now we have those, and I grabbed a bunch of these because I don't know what I need. Didn't I grab a bunch of the other ones too? Well, let's see. How do we make these things? Not with that, I guess. I don't even know what they're called. These things. Dark prismarine. Ah, so I actually only need the other ones. That's great. How many of those did I bring? Do I have any more in any of these things? Did I not bring any? I dumped a whole bunch on the floor. Thank you for the host, Masked Mage, YouTube. Here's a couple. Not very many. That's the ones I need, right? Yeah. Okay, let's also remove these guys. Boop. Boop. Thank you for the host. Right. Now, can we make them? Yes. Good. That is enough to finish this part of it. We're going to need more in a second. But at least it's a start. So let's throw some of these on here. And then meanwhile, we can also go to the other base and work on some stuff. Let's actually... let's run over there now. Because we're going to need more in our design here anyway. So let's go to the other farm. Have a good stream. Well, thank you. I will do my best. We're going to run to the Guardian farm and grab some dark prismarine. Or make some, I guess. I grabbed too many of the wrong blocks. For some reason I figured that it had to be the other blocks. It was not. I guess I can't sprint very easily to the side. There you go. Okay. So head on down here. Grab a bunch of these blocks. Oh, actually, no. I screwed that up earlier. That is supposed to be... Thank you for the follow, Graded Titan. Is that graded like it's a slope? Or graded like your, like school graded? What kind of graded are you? Like paper. Okay, cool. Good grades, I hope. Oh, I'm out of space. We need more. Why is it on? Oh, I guess I only have so much in my inventory at a time. There's the room for a cheese pun in there somewhere. Oh yeah, well that's different. It's it's similar. It's grated versus graded, so it's slightly different, but pretty close. Let's get rid of these torches. So do we have? We still have more slime or more ink sacs. So let's do that. That's what makes it a pun. Yeah, I suppose. Right. That's true. Yeah, you're right. I guess that would be a pun. Okay. We're good. We have lots of those blocks now. Let's go back to our base. So today's Patron Tuesday. I didn't look at it. I can actually on Patreon.com I can actually see who votes for what, but this week I didn't. My guess is JJ Bonzik voted to be on here. A pun or the pun? So confused. Okay, let's go here. Actually, do we have? Yeah, we have what we need. So now we want to do the pattern I was talking about. So it's going to be one of these, two of those, three of those, two of those, one of those. So let's start over here. Where does it start? I don't know. That's the pattern, but where does it actually begin? Oh, it's matching the corner. Okay. So my goal is to try and get this part done today. So then we do two of these, three of these, two of these, one of those. I guess it's complicated. There's more complicated parts to it. I voted for this. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I do have no stream on Thursday. I've been trying to get my hair cut, get my hair done on weekends, so it doesn't conflict with streaming. But she was not available, so I had to schedule during the week. So what are you gonna do? It's getting winter, so I need to make sure I don't have too much hair. It's so cold outside. Alright, that's good. Let's go up top. Switch sides over here. Yeah, I figured I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh, she didn't vote for, whatever. And my guess is that was also my guess of why. Green or orange, green. Do I like pizza? Yes, very much so. Pizza is my second favorite food, I guess. Bacon's my favorite food, but my pizza is the go-to where I could probably eat it every day. It would have to be probably from different places, but I can pretty much eat it every single day. And for a while when I was in college, that was actually kind of the case. I had frozen pizza and eating out. I guess I ate out a lot too, but frozen pizza, eating out. Yeah, bacon is my absolute favorite. And I guess that I can also have too much of sometimes. But all right, let's fill in a bunch of this that's missing. So the little 2 gaps there we're going to fill in, and then we're going to do a 2x3, the thing, and then 2x3. Yeah, so 3 over from either side. So let's see if we can figure that out. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, pizza is, I really like pizza. Good times. And over here. Do I like Five Nights at Freddy's? I think that might be a game. Is that the game where, like, it's like a scary game where you, there's like the scary teddy bear thing? Is that the same one? Or is that a pizza place? I don't even know. Okay, that's the teddy bear one. I've seen the, I've watched some people play it. But no, I don't generally play scary games. So I'm not really, I guess I would say no. But it's mainly just because I don't play scary games. I don't usually watch scary movies either. Partly that's, I mean, that's partly just who I am, but then also my wife doesn't like scary movies, so. So we just don't watch them, I guess. I watch Stranger Things, but that's not really too scary. I mean, there's parts where I was a little frightened. But, oops. Alright, good. We've copied the things. Let's go up. We're gonna need a lot more of these blocks. I think I have a lot more upstairs, though. Okay, then what's next? Next we have... above that we have our same pattern of the light, the lanterns, and the dark prismarine things, followed by 3 orange. So we have, let me line it up right. And the 3 orange was lined up inside of this. So 3 orange right in here. We'll do the 3 orange all the way around. If you've never seen watch Stranger Things, it's pretty good. I like it a lot. It's a good story. Good times. I just finished season 2 recently. No spoilers. I will not spoil, but it's good. It's one of those things where now I've watched them and now I'm like, oh, but now it's over. We don't have any more. We have to wait another forever. I guess that's one downside to the Netflix style, is that like if they released it slowly over time, there'd only be like a smaller break in between of watching like the whole thing, because you power through it in like a day or two, or whatever, and then you're done. Yeah, no spoilers. Then you're done, and then you have to wait like, you know, a long time, and otherwise you would have to still wait the same amount of time, but it doesn't seem as long because there was less time in between the last one you watched and then when the new one comes out. But I still like the Netflix style better, which is available on my YouTube channel if you are a oh, I'm out of blocks. Oh no. If you are a patron of $10 or more, you could get early access. So for instance, like Myst early access, I just released. So if you wanted to watch all of my Myst, which isn't even going to be available on my YouTube channel for a bit, then, you know, whatever, anyway. Early access, yeah! The downside is that I don't have a lot of people that watch my YouTube channel. so then I have even less views on my regular releases. But I don't really care. It's fine. I still get, people still enjoy my content, which is the important part. Alright, so we need to make some more of the gravel, or the stuff. Welcome! Pimp, how do I pronounce it now? Pimpinella Plays? I just followed you on Twitter recently. You're into the Sims. Alright, we need to make orange stuff. Orange. Why is that all that's coming up? Is it not orange? I don't know how to make it. Do you know what this means? Nope, I don't. Yes. Gravel and sand. Okay, thank you. We'll grab some gravel. Some sort of mix of gravel and sand. I don't know why it's not in my available crafting stuff. And I hope I have orange dye. I have some. I can make some more. Let's make some more. Because we're gonna need a bunch. So, what can I make? Oh, it's right here. That's weird. Wonder why when I searched for orange it didn't show up. What I was doing wrong. Anyway, whatever. Okay, we need to make orange. Nope, we don't want that. We need to make orange. Well, that goes a long way, actually. Okay. That might be enough, maybe. Let's find out. There. I threw everything in that chest. It's perfect. What was my favorite color? I like blue. I like blue in general, and then probably... I mean, it depends on the context. Light blue is nice. In like shirts, it's usually like a not exactly like where it's not just like a solid color, where it's kind of like has like this gray hints to it or whatever. Is the long answer to your question? Okay, so where were we? Where do we leave off? But like, you know, like blue. In this case, it just happened to match the water. But like I kind of picked some blues for that. But right. So I think over here, that's where we left off. Yes. Those are good. That's where the slimes are dying. Okay. So now we're ready. For the next thing to copy. So we have, in this corner we've already made this, so we're going to just put in dark prismarine and then the orange. Yeah. And that's going to kind of frame the next part of the whole process. So in this thing here we want dark prismarine and then orange. Dark prismarine, orange. And then I think we actually might be done with some of these other colors. So we can dump those in favor of getting a lot of these blocks. We will still need lanterns though. But. Alright, and then over here. How's our time? Okay. We're running a little low on time. I stream my lunch breaks. So I only have so much time. Stream from 12:30 to 1:30 for those of you that are new. over here. Okay. And now, all we need left is... For some reason, I didn't notice that was dripping before. I was confused. So now we can get rid of the dark prismarine and the orange stuff. I will need to convert all that to regular concrete, actually. But so we can dump all of this in this random chest. We will need a few of these. So let's grab these. I don't know exactly how many. Get rid of these. Okay, I know where these go. We can put the gravel away in the right spot. Okay. This random labeled chest. Yeah, it's miscellaneous. You're right. This is kind of my base. So this is basically my base for the last, I don't know, however many months or a year or however long it's been. This is an iron farm. So there's 4 iron farms in the corners. And then there's also these things here. Inside of that is where hostile mobs spawn and they fall down. Their drops come up the item elevator, go down the water chute, and then these are all sorted chests all the way around. Also, one of these, I don't know which one anymore. One of these, I think this one actually, is a slime farm. And so slime spawn on there, and then they eventually go into the magma blocks and they die, and then their drops also go up and then down into the item sorters. But this is sort of my temporary base. So I actually have it. Basketopia is a base that I've sort of abandoned for a little bit. And that base is where I'll be going after I finish this. So I'm building like a village. Like with eventually a whole castle and all this stuff. Eventually we'll be there. And this base is sort of just a temporary farm. Not temporary farm. A temporary project that I've been working on for, I don't know, maybe 6 months, maybe more than 6 months. I haven't really been keep track. Possibly a long time. So we're gonna grab a bunch of blocks. We probably don't need as many torches on us. We don't need whatever this block is I just threw in there. Yeah, it's been a really long time. But I'm having fun, so that's really the important part. But eventually I'll get back to the other project. Okay, so now what we want to do is this thing gets filled in. Over here. And then this gets squared off. And then this side gets squared off as well. So we're just going to square off the stuff first. And then we'll come back and we'll fill in the rest of the area. Yeah, it was mainly just like, as I was building it, I kept on saying like, what if we took this project, the side project that's taking a really long time, and we made it more complex and do more things. So that's kind of what this turned into. How do you like? What do I like about survival? It's harder, I guess. Like, so in creative, like I get kind of bored, I guess. So like I like designing stuff in creative sometimes, because you can like jump up in the air and fly and then like be able to build things easily. You don't have to worry about collecting more blocks. But it's not as much of a challenge, I guess. So I like that this one, like, this whole farm exists to be able to get blocks. So to be able to get iron and to be able to get slime blocks and like bone blocks and gunpowder and all these different things. Sorry about the dogs. To get all those different blocks. But if I was in creative, I wouldn't need any of that. I wouldn't need farms to get stuff. I would just have all the blocks. And so this base, I wouldn't have built this crazy looking base probably, because I didn't have the need to create the base, So, all right. So then what we want to do is we want to mimic the same thing on this side. So we're going to take this or drop this down. It's interesting. I didn't expect. I guess I skimped on some blocks. I wasn't expecting to find smooth stone there. Interesting. All right, we want to. I'm gonna go ahead and recover these blocks. Let's throw these torches away. And this, I'm gonna guess, is water. No, not yet. Okay, we're not quite there yet. This is water. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is put that black back on top. We need to build the bottom now, so we're gonna mimic the same thing we have on the rest of the farm, or the other 2 farms that are already built. So we're just putting in these. We're gonna throw in some torches so that we don't have things spawning. This is where the redstone usually go if this was actually a functioning slime farm, but this one is not. in a slime chunk. So we can just pretend. And then what we want to do is, so this layer here is where the magma blocks need to go to copy the same pattern. So there's going to be 2 spaces, and then these go in here. And that'd be where the slimes would die. Oops. If it was actually a slime farm. I'm assuming you have a guardian farm. Yes. So John Fowl, who was here earlier, he built a guardian farm somewhere else in the server. This isn't actually. You might think that this is the guardian farm, based on how it looks. It's a big hole in the ocean, or whatever. But this is actually not the guardian farm. This is just a different place. The guardian farm is in a different spot. So yeah, that's why I'm able to get. Oops. Okay, that's not too bad. That's where I dug into too far. Okay. So I'm able to get all these different blocks to play with. Also, part of this base is experimenting around with these blocks, because I otherwise haven't really ever used the slime or the ocean monument blocks. It's not usually something that I include in my color palette, but for this project I decided to go all out and use a lot of it. So I've been using the like all these paths and stuff. Those use quite a bit of the those blocks. Did you mine in the middle of the? Yeah. So this is the middle of the ocean. Originally, the idea was I was going to put the iron farm in the middle of the ocean, because the iron farm, a lot of times people build it above, and there's like these huge like pods that are floating up in the air. But I decided I wanted to sort of hide them, so I build them underneath the ocean, and using a slightly different technique than the typical way. And just realized I can't quite get over there. And so it was going to be, the idea was it was not going to be very visible. And then I decided I had so much iron that I made, this is Iron Island is sort of the name of the place. And so there used to be, or I guess it used to be called Iron Island. So there's an island that was above this. So I replaced all the dirt blocks and everything on there with iron blocks to show like how rich I was. And then eventually I decided to make this thing bigger underneath here. Dug out the whole thing. And then I decided to open up the whole top and then make these crazy platforms. And eventually, as I was building a storage, it was inside the water. And I was like, actually, let's keep it in the water. So all of these are now, so like the mechanisms back here, all the redstone for the sorting is not in the water, because you can't have redstone in water. But otherwise, oh yeah, sorry, I just remembered also something else. I need to make these right here so we don't have mobs spawning. I need to make those be lights. And so, you know, eventually the project got crazier and crazier, and then it went all the way down to bedrock, and then there's some lighting down there, and then nether portal trickery, and all these other crazy things. But we're actually nearing completion of this part of the project, and then we can go back to Basketopia. So the whole thing is I was making a library in Basketopia, and I needed books, and so to get books I needed to trade villagers. And then to trade villagers, I needed stuff to give them. And so I was going to make, originally, a sugarcane farm down here. Haven't done that. But I do have lots of iron and other stuff. So I can trade other things, and I can, you know, now it provides other blocks. I dread mining in the ocean. Yeah, it is kind of a pain, but I guess I got kind of used to it. Like, you know, the whole sanding process where you get rid of the ocean over time, and the digging part's not too bad, but yeah, it's the kind of removing the water is kind of a pain sometimes. Right, and so here's where these go in. But so, like, for instance, this base didn't need to be in the middle of the ocean. Didn't need to be cleared out all the way, because like an ocean monument, you need to get rid of the water to have it function. But this is just because it's not even, there's no functional reason why this base is as crazy as it is. It's just for fun. All right, this other one over here is gonna be a little trickier to get to. For now, let's remove these blocks, and then we'll have to kind of build, because this platform is really close. There's not much headroom there. Also, this pick is getting really low. I'll have to remember not to break it. Once I found 4 slime chunks together in the ocean. Nice. I had to pass on that. Yeah. Oh, because you didn't want a slime farm. Is that what you're saying? You had to pass on it? Yeah, usually, like, for a lot of my projects, I try to avoid slime chunks. This particular one just happened to be that, you know, there's a slime chunk intersecting with that, so I kind of built it into the design. But it wasn't originally my plan. On another server I play on, I'm making a crazy rail station. And that one I've actually had, like, a map overview of the whole server. So I was able to find out where the slime chunks were. So I found this gigantic space where I could avoid all the slime chunks, so that I could make a huge rail station without it being in slime chunks at all. So that one I sort of, not cheated, but I purposely avoided slime chunks just because they give me problems sometimes. I didn't want to mine. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, in the water. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. And I realized I can't, so we have to build it kind of sideways. So we're going to do this block here. Needs to be a lantern. And then lantern. Perfect. Okay, great. I want to make a slime farm, but I don't have a technique to mine and clear water fast and efficiently. Yeah, I don't have a way of doing it fast and efficiently. One fun way I would do it sometimes is I would make, like, you know, a series of pistons where I could place down sand. It would push it over, and then it would just keep on, like, you know, filling in this whole section with sand. You still have to, like, you know, have sand and then, you know, give it to the thing. Like, you could, you know, there's different ways where you can, like, force the action button to be down or whatever. So sometimes I would do that, but for this one, because the clearing was a little bit different, I was only doing, like, small chunks. This one I just did manually, so it's a lot of. I mean, I had other people help me. Don't get me wrong. So JJ Bonzig and I think John did some mining and water clearing possibly. I know JJ Bonzig did, but I'm not sure how much John did. Anyway, and so, you know, if you can have people help you too, that helps quite a bit with doing some of the busy work. But it's nice if you're, like, listening to an audiobook on audible.com. then then you can, you know, you're able to, like, you can build stuff without really having to, like, or you can mine stuff without having to think, basically. So it's kind of nice just to zone out sometimes and work on digging or filling in sand or whatever. You fight for the yeah. I'll get there. No, I'm not really worried about it. I'm just an advocate. Oop. I'm enjoying it so far. I feel like, oh yeah, there we go. Let's say this looks weird. Part of it was I was listening to, or I was watching Good play Ragecraft 3, and then he was talking on there about his Audible thing and how he's listened to, like, you know, 80 hours or something like that. Was it 80 a month or something? And then I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. So then I signed up, and I've been enjoying it so far. It's a fun story so far. All right, let's fill in these. But yeah, so I'll see, like, how the other books. If I can follow the other books just as well. Like, what I'm doing is I'm programming and listening to the audiobook. So I'll have to see how well that works for more complicated books. I feel like Ready Player One might not be as complicated as Lord of the Rings or whatever. So we are just about out of time, but I think I can finish off a bunch of this before I have to end out the stream. I would like to be able to cross this off my list. So we still have to put on the railings, which shouldn't take too long. This isn't working. There we go. So we're gonna go just slightly over. That's not what I want to do at all. Slightly over my usual time. Unless I run out of... Oh, I'm running out of these blocks. So maybe I won't finish, I guess. Because I don't think I have too many of these up there still. I think. One thing I like is with the efficiency. Oh, that's the end of it. Okay. With a efficiency, efficiency 5, and then unbreaking. What am I trying to find? Mending, like unbreaking efficiency 5, and then haste 2 beacon. Like clearing out a lot of spaces is fun. Let's change this into concrete. I guess it's a concrete before. I don't know what this block is called. Let's turn this into concrete versus concrete powder. Okay. I probably just got rid of some torches. I will check that before I leave because I don't want mobs to spawn in that space. That would be no good. That would hinder my mob farm. Okay, no, they're fine. Good. Alright, well that will be the end of the stream. Thank you everybody for stopping by.